Now that we're at the point of thinking about who our partner is, we've got to remember that we're not trying to find the absolute perfect lifelong partner forever that we're going to end up in a marriage with. We're trying to find someone who's 80% right, who can work with us while we're getting started, while we can prove that our business model works, which is our core focus for probably the next few months or possibly a year or two.
Now, next up, we're going to look at finding partners, both experts in the field and actual impact partner organizations. It's good to write these down as you find them. There's a spot in the Google template, or you could use a spreadsheet or whatever makes you comfortable.
Probably the easiest way to get started here is just to jump on Google, plug in the impact area and the word charity and see what comes out of Google. One of the other things here is, you might have come across experts, or you might, by reaching out to your network, find that you know people who know something about this impact area, hopefully more than you do. And if that's the case, then you can reach out to them and see if it's possible to sit down with them and ask them about the impact area, learn more, and see if there's any potential partners that they might recommend having a conversation with, or maybe even introduce you to as well.
It's also really important to make sure that you don't put money where it will actually cause harm. There are a few online resources like GiveWell and Charity Navigator that give you a bit of information about who's doing really good work out there. But again, do desktop research. If you find a whole bunch of news articles about a charity that has taken all of the money and bought yachts with it, you probably don't want to be putting money towards them.
The core part of this exercise, the output that we're looking for here, are 5 to 7 potential partners who we think might be right to help us get started. This shouldn't take more than a few days of kind of digging around and seeing what we can find online. It actually doesn't matter if they're in the same city or the same country as you. They could be on the other side of the world. But we do need to know, if we're going to be having regular Skype calls with them, what time of the day they're going to be available, and if we're sending emails, when they're going to be responsive. Ideally, we want to find a contact so that we know who we can reach out to have an initial conversation and see if this is something that might make sense for them. So with the potential partners, we want to make sure that they're creating impact in a way that we think is right, and we're able to back that up and say, well, we think these guys are awesome for this reason. But then on top of that, we want to make sure that they're a partner that's going to be able to work with us and give us what we need in order to help us propel our business model forward. So we want to be able to get access to things like their impact stories and their images, and ideally their logos, so that we can use that on our website or maybe even on our packaging to tell that impact story to our customer and really close the loop on the lockup. If one of our customers hears about this organization for the first time, how easy is it for them to go and find out more information about them and check that they're a great partner for us to be working with? You don't want to spend 6 months on this, making sure that you've got the best possible partner for a lifelong partnership, judging something too quickly, making a brash decision that might not be the best decision moving forward. So you also do want to be thoughtful in this process and make sure that you end up with someone that is right for you to take you to where you need to go. Definitely the idea here is to be open. So you might want to look at big charity partners as well as smaller charity partners. And so it's important to be open in that process and think really holistically around what might be possible for you and the impact partner that's right for you. By writing all of this down, you'll be able to see how various organizations could work with your brand. It helps to see all of the different options at once using the same criteria. And there's a level of due diligence that's required for any sort of a partnership. Making sure you've done your research up front could save you a lot of unforeseen trouble down the line.